I'm not putting this loss on the defense.
And whose fault was it then? Because the Eagles gave up 493 yards on total offense. George Pickens ran through him 140 something yards. Whose fault was it?
The defense, time and time again, has bailed this sorry offense out.
Again, 493 yards.
They bailed them out. Nakobe Dean, a baller. He is a star. Zach Bond, a baller. Reed Blankenship, a baller. Cooper DeJean, a baller. Quinyon Mitchell, a baller. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. These guys are ballers.
He is a baller. But I'm also not going to break away from the fact that this team as a whole gave up 493 yards and 3 touchdowns.
You cannot continuously rely on them to bail you out every single week. And you're paying all this money on the offense. It makes no goddamn sense. So don't anybody dare blame the defense.
This is kind of what I'm talking about. It's like you need this is why they say defense win championships. You know what? Fine. Let's take a different approach. Look at the Giants, for example. They're a good, decent team that's upcoming, but with the Broncos game, are you going to blame the offense or are you going to blame the defense? 26-8. Take that as you will. I'm blaming the defense.
Oh, well, they gave up 400 some yards. Well, yeah. If you, as an offense, are going 3 and out, punt, your defense gonna get tired. And this Cowboys offense, they ain't scrubs. You got Pickens, who was the best player on the field. You got CeeDee Lamb. You got Dak Prescott, who can throw the ball. Javonte Williams. They got some guys in that offense. If you're on the field continuously, you're gonna get tired.
The defense is gonna get tired, but the offense didn't get tired though. But the offense didn't get tired. I'm just saying. Still an excuse though. I mean, how are you gonna blame the offense when Jalen Hurts freaking balled? You know what I mean?
If anybody dares blame Jalen Hurts for this loss, I'm gonna think you're brain dead.
Am I missing something? So he doesn't blame the defense, and now he's not blaming Jalen Hurts. And he says, sorry, A offense, in the last clip, as if the whole offense was the issue. But then he claims in this clip that Jalen Hurts isn't the issue. Continue.
He was damn near perfect. His one mistake, and it was a big mistake. You got a chance to go out here, get a field goal to win the game. That last drive in the fourth quarter, you take a sack. Outside of that,
and I'm not going to argue with that. He was very perfect. Well, not very, very perfect, but he did make plays. Okay, I'm not taking that away from him. But at the same time, who are you blaming here? Where are you placing your blame? Where are you putting your excuses since you have them?
Brother was perfect. 322 total yards, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. Guess what? He outplayed Dak Prescott. He did. But you can only do so much when Saquon Barkley out here had his worst game as a Philadelphia Eagle. He wasn't good.
And what is the reason of that? Because the Cowboys defense bottled him up. They knew he was a problem week 1, as long with Jalen Hurts running in week 1, so they bottled him up. That was the game plan coming into the game. Bottled Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley up. That's why they were losing 21-0, because they weren't executing the game plan well.
That fumble, you can't have that. Xavier Gibson out here trying to be Superman, trying to make a play, trying to prove himself. Stop making it up.
With the Xavier Gibson thing, honestly, I feel like he has potential. It's just not it, you know what I mean?
About you, let the ball go out, and we can have great field position. You out here trying to catch the ball on the 5-yard line, trying to make a play and be Superman.
Yeah, okay, now after rewatching that was dumb. He took the ball on the 4-yard line, and he could just let it bounce as a touchback. That was kind of dumb.
And you fumbled a rock. And then Jake Elliott missing field goal, like, bruh.
Okay. So who are you blaming once again? I mean, I'm just trying to see because every time when especially Eagles fans, all right, they have an excuse for when they lose. And at the same time, it's understandable, but also on another end, you just don't want to give the other team credit. Who forced that Saquon Barkley fumble out? Cowboys player. Who popped Xavier Gipson and forced the ball out? A Cowboys player. Who sacked Jalen Hurts to make it 4th and 11 to give us the ball? A Cowboys player. You just you don't want to give them credit just because you feel like your team is better. When in reality, not all the time, that's reality, if that makes sense. Because think about it, 5 weeks from now, we're not even going to be worried about this game. We're just making excuses for no reason, and that's what they are. Just excuses, just to accept the loss and move on to next week. That's it.
Shot 223, she a baddie, rocks a link. Let me take her to the back, she wanna look at me. Yeah, shot 223.